For me, this was my sixth interview. There was lots of reasons why I didn't get the other jobs. Lots of different feedback. So every single one had a different reason. So I think it's quite difficult to focus your prep on one thing when you've been told a different thing every other time. Some of those things are out of my control in terms of amount of experience. Some of them were, undoubtedly me not prepping in the right way the first time round. So it was kind of not a last chance scenario for me, but I actually really, really wanted this job and I've been locum in that job. So I was very happy with it already. And the team had made it clear that they wanted me to stay. I just had to make sure there was no reason for them not to employ me, basically. And that's kind of why I needed to have some sort of coaching. I don't know if it was the first thing, but the main thing was more about my answers in terms of not just giving a generic answer. It was, how do I elevate it to the consultant level practice? Because, I already had been in locum consultant for 2 years before getting this job, but a lot of my experiences was still as a registrar and as a trainee. And you think about them, how they affect you as a trainee, but you don't really think about how those skills, elevate yourself into a consultant post. So I think I started to think about all my examples and all my answers as in how would I change for the future, or how would I bring this into the job more than what I did in the past. So it was it was that next stage of actually what I would do with all this information and this experience that I've gained. It was just a focus, really. And I think it was an opportunity to reflect on what I hadn't done well in all those other interviews. You blame yourself, you blame other people, and you blame lots of different reasons why you didn't get the job. But obviously you are going to be the biggest part of that, why you didn't get the job. There were a couple of them where the fact that I wasn't as experienced as the candidates, and I can't create time. So, I have to put that out of my mind, and I blamed that for a really long time. But actually, maybe it was how I was answering the questions, and I didn't, and not structuring my answers, or just picking rubbish examples. Even in terms of, simple questions about quality improvement or audit or affecting change, I gave really bad answers to, because I hadn't really sat down and thought about the changes that I had made. I thought I was being really smart giving like an alternative answer, and that's not what they wanted. So, I was given, examples of when it hadn't gone well, when I should definitely have been focusing on when it should have been gone well, because I thought I was being a bit different, but that's not what they're looking for. So, well, it was definitely worth it, because it's definitely reframed on how I think about things. And I think I'm going to be on interview panels in the future anyway. So I think even knowing what people ask for and what substantiates a good answer will help me in the future as well. So I think it is worth, because it will come into use in future life as well. And I've told one of my colleagues who's coming up for interview about it as well. And, or at least, now I can tell people, like, this is what they look for. This is what you need to start thinking about before they get towards that level as well.
You've been brilliant, and thanks for joining the course, and thanks for putting the effort in. And you totally deserve it. I'm really pleased to see you get your job, Ellen. It's brilliant.
Okay, thank you for all your help.